20 surprising facts about Queen Elizabeth II. When we hear the word royalty, our minds immediately rush to Queen Elizabeth II. We can't say without a doubt that Queen Elizabeth II was the most famous monarch in the world. She has reigned on the throne for more than 70 years. The recent demise of the Queen has left the world in mourning. Today's video celebrates the life of Queen Elizabeth II by looking at some surprising facts about her life. Hello, and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at 20 surprising facts about Queen Elizabeth II's life. So, let us get to the video. Number 1. Queen Elizabeth's coronation was watched by 20 million viewers. After her father's demise in 1952, Queen Elizabeth became the Queen of 7 independent Commonwealth countries. The Queen's coronation occurred on 2 June 1953 at Westminster Abbey in London. She ascended to the throne when she was 25 years old. The coronation was watched by 20 million viewers worldwide and was witnessed by a total number of 8,251 guests. Queen Elizabeth is the longest reigning British monarch. At the age of 25, Queen Elizabeth has crowned the Queen. In the year 2015, Queen Elizabeth overtook her great-great-grandmother, who spent 63 years on the throne between 1837 and 1901 to become the longest reigning British monarch. Queen Elizabeth came to power after the death of her father, King George VI, 1936 to 1952. Her ascendance into the throne was during the post-war period in order that Britain's once flourished extensive overseas empire was shrinking. Even in this time, Queen Elizabeth offered continuity and reassurance in a rapidly changing world, which is the main reason for the successful reign of Queen Elizabeth. The Queen met her husband at the age of 8. While attending the wedding of Prince George and Princess Marina, Queen Elizabeth first saw Philip. During that time, the Queen was just 8 years old. After multiple encounters, the couple fell in love and got engaged in July 1947, and later that year, the pair tied the knot in the Westminster Abbey. The couple went on to welcome 4 children in the later years: Prince Charles, Princess Anna, Prince Andrew, and Prince Edward. Only a royalty to celebrate diamond wedding anniversary. Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip always had a pure and unconditional bond. In November 2007, the couple celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary. They are the first royalty to complete a diamond wedding anniversary. During their anniversary, the Queen and Prince Philip revisited Broadlands. The Queen was shot 6 times during a parade. During the Trooping the Colours ceremony, a man shot the Queen 6 times as she rode past the crowd on horseback. Even though the shots which were taken were blank, the public was scattered, and the Queen's horse got out of control but was able to bring back to calmness in a few seconds. The policeman and the Queen's armed guards took the man away. Despite the incidents, the procession continued and reached the palace by the same route. 14 prime ministers served under the Queen. During her 70 years of reign, 14 prime ministers have served under her. Despite that, during her reign, there have been 13 US presidents. This gives us a perspective of how long she has been a queen. The Queen is a trained mechanic. During World War II, the Queen served as a subaltern in the Women's Auxiliary Territorial Service, the women's branch of the British Army. She was one of the few women leaders who came to battlefield during the war. She was trained as a mechanic and as a driver. She was the first member of her family to serve in the military. Queen was the first monarch to visit the Middle East. During the Queen's tour of the Middle East, the Queen paid a quick visit to King Khalid bin Abdulaziz. That was the first time a female head of a state visited Saudi Arabia. Most leaders, especially women, were reluctant to pay a visit to the country, but the Queen didn't back out. Queen has a net worth of about $430 million. The Queen had a net worth of $430 million. Most of the Queen's worth comes from the properties she owns, which include the Sandringham House, Balmoral Castle, etc. Apart from this, the Queen owns different types of expensive jewels and ornaments. Above all this, the royalty has shares in giant corporations too. Queen is the first reigning queen to have a child since Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. While reigning as the Queen, she gave birth to Edward VII, George V, and George VI. No other reigning queen have any child except for Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth had 4 kids: Charles, Anna, Andrew, and Edward. Queen is the only person who can drive without a driver's license. Queen is the only person in the country who doesn't have a driver's license. The reason behind this is that the driver's license is issued under her name, so it doesn't make any sense if the Queen gives herself a driver's license. This is only for the Queen, and all the other royal family has to pass the driving test to get a driver's license. Queen doesn't have a passport. When traveling to other countries, the Queen does not need a passport. The British passport is issued in the name of the Queen, so the Queen doesn't need to possess one. The other members of the royal family need a passport to travel overseas. Queen is the only person who can drive without a number plate. Just like in the case of a driving license, the Queen's vehicle does not require a number plate. All sorts of passports and number plates are issued under her name. Queen is paid for by sovereign grant. Even though the Queen has some immense wealth, the Queen is allotted a grant called a sovereign grant that is paid to the monarch. The money mainly funds the official travels, maintenance, and operating costs. The sovereign grant does not cover security. The public mostly pays this to the monarch. The Queen owns a stable of prize-winning racehorses. The Queen's affection for horse racing is no secret. There is no wonder that she owns a prize-winning racehorse stable. Queen can be seen in most horse racing events across the UK. The Queen enters her horses in the race and enjoys watching them win rather than spend money on betting. All dolphins in the UK belong to the Queen. The Queen owns all the dolphins in the British waters. Apart from dolphins, the Queen also owns the whales in the British waters. They are called the fish's royals. If a dolphin or whale is captured within 5 miles from the coast of the UK, or they wash to the shore, then they should be claimed on behalf of the Queen. The Queen raises pigeons. The Queen keeps 200 pigeons in her country estate. Occasionally, the Queen enjoys raising these pigeons. This is something that the Queen has been practicing for years. The Queen remained a patron of several pigeon racing charities too. The Queen owns the Swans in Britain. The Queen technically owns every unmarked swan that swims on the waterways of Britain. This may sound crazy, but it is indeed true. In the olden days, this law was created due to the increased consumption of swan meat as a prized food at feasts. So swans were given valuable rights of ownership by the monarch. Today, people don't eat swans, and they're one of the most protected species, wearing bright colors to stand out. The Queen is known for her very bright and festive wardrobe. It is revealed that there is a reason why the Queen wore such bright colors for public appearance. By wearing colorful, she can be seen by a vast group of 101,000 people can see her without any difficulty. She needs to stand out for people to be able to say, "I saw the Queen." Queen is a supporter of Arsenal FC. It is known that the Queen was a pretty big fan of the English Premier League club since the Queen was born in Mayfair, West London, and thus the Queen has been a supporter of Arsenal. The former coach of Arsenal, Gunner, was invited to Buckingham Palace in 2007. On 8 September 2022, the Queen passed away at the age of 96. With that, her reign, which started from 1952 to 2022, has come to an end. And the world is still mourning her death, so let us take a moment to pray for her soul. May Her Majesty rest in peace. So we've come to the end of this video. How many new things did you learn about Queen Elizabeth from this video? Let us know in the comments, and if you'd like to add any new facts, let us know. So until we meet you guys with another exciting video, bye.